What we have been dealing with, though, around the city is illness. A lot of people we're still missing. We have man down with Jeff Hopper. A lot of us were feeling under the weather last week. Scott Watson is joining us from Watson's Pharmacy. And, you know, we talk about just beating the flu. The one thing we want to kind of try to figure out right off the bat is when you see so many people coming into, you know, the pharmacy, do I have a cold? Do I have a flu? I'm not really sure. How do you start from there, especially when people are coming to you with these symptoms to say, help me out?
You know, it's very interesting because that cold and flu is quite similar, right? It's the virus that causes the cold, virus causes the flu. The symptoms for the cold are mainly just, you know, that congestion, coughing. It kind of lasts about 5 to 7 days. Flu is a little bit longer and a little more intense, and there's usually fever associated with that. So if somebody's getting night sweats and hot, and that's kind of a flu. So
that's more flu, and aches and pains, like the body aches.
Yeah.
Okay, the rest is just discomfort. You've got the sinuses, you've got the head.
Cold is more just kind of bothersome cold symptoms, you know, that congestion, runny nose, things like that.
We can at least differentiate what they are in terms now of how to fight them, how to build up our immune systems right now to be able to kind of beat this flu, because we still have quite the amount of time to go before we kind of start to see these nice summer days.
Well, you know, I always say that prevention is the best. So washing your hands frequently is a very good thing throughout the day. Using those little Purell gels to make sure your hands are nice and clean. People that do have coughs and colds, if you can cough into your elbow, because that can really prevent. My father-in-law was just saying that if somebody sneezed, that germ can be taken up to 20 feet away. So it's really, these things do get spread around. So doing all those good prevention things is very good. Working on your immune system, eating well, eating or taking a multivitamin, taking vitamin C, taking zinc. There's a lot of things that you can do, and there's a lot of supplements such as you've heard of the cold effects and echinacea. Some of those things are very good for building up your immune system as well.
They actually really do work.
I think they do. I think they do. And, you know, I think people that do that try to do all the other things as well. So I think it's a good thing.
It's hard to tell a person right now who's feeling great and healthy to start building up. They're feeling fine, right? It's once they start to feel these colds coming on that they start to have triggers of all of these listings that you're saying right now.
Right.
In terms of the flu shot, we're starting to still see that. It's still in the news. At what point does it start to kind of, you think, I've beat it, it's too late for me to do this?
Well, I think some people are still doing the flu shot now, and I think that's a good thing because this cold and flu season keeps going for several more months. I would say that, you know, it's hard to know when to stop and not get the flu shot. So I would probably, in the next month or two, if you haven't done it, then maybe you don't need it.
But within this time, still you would be encouraging people?
I still see people getting it, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so immune system, the biggest things that you recommend to people as they're coming through the pharmacy, what would they want to be able to pick up?
Well, if they want to get something, then they can think about some immune stimulants such as the cold effects. But I always talk to people about the medicines that they're taking in addition, because we don't want to make sure there's no interactions. A simple one is vitamin C. I think people can do that every day, just drinking orange juice or getting a vitamin C supplement. A good multivitamin on top of that is covering your bases. So, and then it's just doing all those other things, you know, making sure you're washing your hands, trying to prevent that from coming to you.
And then maybe calling in sick. I know there's a lot of things, you know, that there's so much that's spread throughout the office, and that you kind of, you know, sometimes you just can't beat it. Melissa Lamb was bragging she's the only one that was able to kind of get through this without kind of getting taken down.
Well, and how to describe that she actually did that, it's hard to say. You know, it's...
Was there a little bit of luck? Sometimes you just kind of, the virus just passes you by.
I think there is. Honestly, I think there is. And but again, give yourself the best chance and make sure your immune system's up. Eat well, get lots of rest. If you can wash your hands and make sure that the virus doesn't come to you, I think that's great.
Still, realistically, though, the pharmacist is the first person everyone comes in.
And we're always there. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. There's some great tips, especially a lot of people right now feeling under the weather, but those of you looking to kind of build it up, and maybe you could be the lucky one to be able to kind of get through this without catching any of the bugs.